Hello, I'm here to introduce another series of the Word Plus Value game. The Word Plus Value game is a learning tool that comes with only cards and only players are in need of are pencil and paper. As you are all realizing, these games are inspired by Scrabble, but the words can be utilized for other future word games. This game right here, as I said, is a learning tool. When some of these words cannot be used in some of our word games, but once again, the background on Word Plus Value is also to teach certain topics. And this one is the colors in Spanish. So the players would play with the cards. The cards come with 50 or more, and you would separate them. They come separated, but you would separate them in two piles. One pile is the pictures, and the other pile is the A+V cards with the individual information and letter value on it that's needed to spell out the sight word that all players are to see. As I said, as players, it can be played with one or more players. Right now, I'm just going to do a simple sample of 2 players. It's a simple game. You see the card, spell it out. Players, as I said, need pencil and paper. Once you see the sight word, all players should write the sight word down, because if you draw that letter, that value of that letter becomes yours, and you mark it off. If you draw a card that is not needed, it is considered a discard, and you place that card next to you to add up at the end of the game. Now, to become the winner of Word Plus Value, it is the player with the least value at the end of the round or rounds. And I say that because there's so many cards, you can separate them and you can play a round or you can play many rounds. So let's get started, and I'll show you how fast and easy the game is. As I said, this is our Spanish one. Players would draw. Azul, as you see. They need to spell it out. They get the color. Azul is blue in Spanish. So, kids, put it up there at the top so they can see it. And all of them would write it down. A-Z-U-L, Azul. So they learning to spell it. Player 1 would draw and see that the U in Azul is needed. They would place it up top. Once again, seeing that it's blue. Repetition, visualization. I truly, once again, believe in it. So if they keep seeing it, they'll learn it. And that player 1 would mark out the U and receive the 1 point. For the U has the 1 point value. Player 2 would draw. And as you see, this is Negro. Negra was however they want to pronounce it, meaning black. It is not needed. So player 2 would discard it, but there is no point value that player would receive. But they would place it next to him because it's a discard. Player 1 would draw. Amarella A with a value of 1 is not needed. So player 1 would receive a discard and place it next to them. L in Azul is needed for player 2 with a value of 1. Place it at the top, and player 2 would mark off the L, receiving 1 point. Player 1, A. I can't even pronounce it, but it's not needed, and you see that it's brown. So that's not needed, and player 2 would discard. Player 1 would draw. F. Marana Cafe, brown. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong, everyone, but in English, it's brown. Teaching everyone how to spell it in Spanish, though. Discard it for player 1. A. Player 2. Receive the one value for A and place it up top for all players to see and receive the 1 for the A. Player 1 will draw and receive the Z, and that's a 10 value. Place it up top. Player 1 receive the 10 in Z. Okay, so as you see, it's been spelled out. Everyone will be able to see what that value would be if they was to be able to play it in another future word game with the AZUL. That total word is 13. So that's for any other future. But in regards to word plus value, again, let's see who would be the winner. And in the winner of this one, player 1 identified the A with 1 point and the Z with 10 points, giving them 11 points. Plus, they had to discard the F and the A with 5 value, adding those up, giving them 16. Player 2 identified the A and the L and received 2 points. But they had to discard 1 point. Adding that 1 to the 3 gives them 3 points. So in that round, player 2 would be the winner because they have the least value that they received in that round. As you can see, it teaches kids and anyone who just likes to play Scrabble or any other games, future words that they can play when they're playing with other people, and just colors in Spanish. So I hope everyone enjoys. I will be coming up telling you all some more that I've created soon. So hit me up at Eastday at Value Games, Word Value Games, and email me if you need to. I hope everybody enjoys. It's a simple game, and that's about it. Thank you all.